and welcome to a guide on installing Visual Studio .NET 2003 with a .NET CF1. I did this specifically to develop Windows CE applications, so mobile applications, but you can also use it to develop desktop Visual Basic .NET applications. So first, download the attachments from these links. The first one is an unpacked Visual Studio 2003 with .NET CF1, including required registry patch to run it on XP and other operating systems. The second one is a Windows XP Professional x32 ISO image to run Visual Studio on, and the third one is for 7-zip x32 to unpack the compressed archives much faster. So first, set up the Windows XP Professional x32 virtual machine in a program like
VMWare, VirtualBox, or like I used virtmanager.
Set RAM to 2048 megabytes and 2 CPUs for best performance. I set 30 gigabytes of hard drive space. Note, before running, remove network adapter or any network connection so that your machine does not get infected by a botnet, as that is very common for XP machines. Once you see this screen, click enter, then accept using F8 formatting, select NTFS quick, then press enter or wait 15 seconds until you restart. Make sure that hard disk is the first thing to boot up on restart. You do not want to run CD installation twice. After you see this screen, you can set regional settings including your language's keyboard. Also, you set your username. After this, you enter your product key, your machine will restart, then accept the resolution. If it is even barely usable, you will be able to change it later. Press not right now when asked for protection, then set up local accounts on the machine. I quickly set my resolution, then installed 7-zip x32. After that, I transferred the Visual Studio .NET 2003 files from my host machine to my XP VM and unpacked them all, excluding the folders starting with .NET. Once you unpacked them, first go to prerequisites folder and run setup.exe. Upon seeing this pop-up, press no, accept and install. Then go to Visual Studio 2003 folder and run setup from there. Press Visual Studio 2003.NET text, accept and enter product key. Deselect the components you do not want, then press install. If you see missing element pop-ups, press ignore for every single one. You can also optionally install MSDN 2003 from the MSDN 2003 folder. Another optional but extremely useful thing is located in the Visual Studio 2003 SP1 folder. Run for a modernizing Visual Studio 2003 patch. If you see a pop-up informing you of missing elements, press ignore for every single one. The most important thing, without which you will not be able to run Visual Studio 2003, is located in the Windows 10 patches folder. In it, double-click the file with the blue square icon. In the contents, you can see that it sets a registry entry to run Visual Studio correctly. It does not bypass the requirement for a registry key, therefore it is not a crack. After that, launch Visual Studio 2003 from a menu. It should work thanks to the patch. For Windows CE development, select Windows Smart Device application in projects. That's it for this video, hope it helped.